Today, I want to share a very important discovery I made that shook me to my core. It's a case study on a hidden epidemic that is lurking in every medicine cabinet across the nation. Which nation? I'm not sure, depends where you live. Never mind. Anyways, a few weeks ago, I was a wreck, feverish, sneezing, muscles aching. In a desperate attempt to find relief, I went to the medicine cabinet and took out paracetamol. Little did I know that I'm going to find my destiny. The instructions manual. The instructions manual. It unfolded like a pirate treasure map. Very soon my living room looked like I was planning a military invasion. Vital information was in there. For example, do not exceed recommended dose. See a doctor if conditions persist, obviously. Do not operate heavy machinery. Which heavy machinery? What am I, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory? Which heavy machinery are we talking about? Anyways, I do respect that. However, once we are done reading that, we are left with an ancient curse. Refolding the 200 centimeter bedsheet back into its tiny box. Do you think it's possible or easy? It's not. I tried and I failed every time. If you do not possess a degree in arts and crafts, you are doomed. You see, it says keep away from children. After all my failed attempts, trust me, I would keep it away from adults as well. What I can say is that after every failed attempt, I transformed from a patient to a gladiator in a paper folding coliseum, fighting a side effect no one warned me about before. I tried everything. I even tried to employ the principles of quantum physics. So I went with the hand fan strategy, right? Fold in, fold out. Fold in, fold out. Fold in, fold out. Elegant, precise, absolutely useless. What an emotional sabotage. I realized I cannot be the only one suffering. So I investigated. I conducted extensive research and I found that indeed it defies all laws of physics. How did it end up in there in the first place? Was it folded by a group of highly caffeinated hamsters with tiny tools? Nevertheless, I want to share with you the three group of thoughts I uncovered when it comes to tackling the pharmaceutical puzzle. First, we have the full power warriors. These folks do not mess around. They take the manual, scrunch it into a ball, and shove it into the box with the force of a bulldozer. They wreck it beyond recognition. Sometimes they even resort to scissors or, extreme cases, fire. These are dangerous individuals. And what is their motto? If it doesn't fit, push harder. What does it look like? The box buckles, the pills rattle, but they declare victory, even if it looks like a crime scene. The next group, and I want to say my tribe, the gentle souls. We see it as a divine calling to restore it back to its original, optimal state, no matter how long it takes. We approach it like a bomb disposal technicians, with trembling hands, and equipped with the knowledge that every bad choice would culminate in a disaster. Definitely. Hours pass, but once we nail it, we are heroes. Until we realize that we left out the pills. The last group would be the give up gang. These folks represent approximately 40% of the population. They open the box, see the chaos, and toss it out of the window. These are the same people that leave the IKEA furniture half assembled, basically. Are they quitters? Maybe. Are they sane? Definitely. Sometimes I envy them. Here is my point. I am sick. My head is pounding. I can barely remember my name. And you want me to become a Japanese origami master? Give me a break. Now, who is behind all of this? Of course, it's the big pharma villains. You know the big pharma, right? The big pharma villains and their wicked design choices. Why? Why does this thing has 300 languages? 3 is enough. English, your local language, and another bonus language especially for you. Why do we need Swahili or Esperanto? Are we gonna do Morse code next? In Google Translate there are less languages, seriously. I do appreciate global inclusion, but my pillbox should not double as a parachute. Next, the box itself. This is a conspiracy, and you all know that. 0.5 millimeters, too small in every direction. It was designed by someone who hates us to fit only once and never again. I think it would have been much more useful to include the folding instructions rather than the chemical formula. What do I want to say? We gathered here today to take a pill, not to ace the final exam in the origami university. If you want to do origami, go to the local community center. I do want to talk about one important thing, and this is the implications of this case study. The implications are profound. Perhaps it is a metaphor for how some problems in life do not have elegant solutions, unfortunately. Some problems do not fall back exactly the way they came. Sometimes the paper stubbornly refuses to cooperate, and it's exactly in these moments that we need to learn the grace of acceptance, to live with the imperfect fit, and to find our ways nonetheless. And maybe that's life itself. Messy corners, the edges are not aligned, imperfect fit, but we keep folding anyways. Either way, next time you are finding yourself standing with this pharmaceutical novel in your hand, considering moving to a bigger apartment to accommodate it, please remember, you are not alone in this pharmaceutical puzzle. We are all in this together. Dear friends, thank you for taking the time to hear me out. It's a very, very serious matter. And I want to wish you one thing. May your pillboxes always, always close upon the first attempt. And if not, at least give you a good laugh. Thank you very much.